Today I'm going to try a longer form video. This video is going to be about the Oregon Trail. Yes, we all remember the Oregon Trail, that game that was out in the Apple II in the 80s and the early 90s, and pretty much anybody my age who's in their mid-30s, give or take a few years, remembers playing this game. Now, I was introduced to this game in November of 1990 when I was in 5th grade, and here was a cool way for us to stay in for recess and actually get, to do something that wasn't, involved us getting in trouble or anything like that. Well, I had to wait about 2 or 3 weeks to get to play the game, and the date that I was scheduled to play the game was Monday, December 3rd of 1990. Now, what happened that day? Pretty much everybody in Wisconsin who lived in Wisconsin, I grew up in Wisconsin, will remember that day. That was the day of the famous blizzard that hit. And I mean, this was like the mother of all blizzards. We had over a foot of snow and school was canceled for the day and part of the next day. And my biggest concern was I going to get to play this game the next day? Well, school being canceled and everything, I was like, are they going to go to the next day, to the 4th, and those people? And it's like, well, didn't have to worry about that. They just pushed the list down a little bit. So I did get to play the game, and that was the first time that I ever played it. Was the 4th of December of 1990. And as I recall, it was me and another classmate. And as I recall, I'm trying to remember if we actually got through it or not. I think we did, but we scored pretty low. I think we had like most of the people in the trail die. It was one of those things where you just have to get used to it. I wasn't, so we were just kind of fumbling our way through it. Well, I have with me here a floppy disk that has the MS-DOS version of it. The game that I played at school was on the Apple II. Now, the MS-DOS version is pretty faithful to the Apple version. It's actually a little better because it's got VGA color, which is 256 versus what the Apple II had, which was, I think, like less than a dozen, and it actually used a quirk in the NTSC video standard to produce the color. And so I figured what better way to do it than to actually play it, record it, and do so using my XT. And I'll turn my light off that's illuminating me, and I'll turn my camera around here so that you can see MSD here. I'll crank it up just a wee bit so that it's not crooked. And it's showing that this is indeed an XT class computer. I'll put the floppy in the drive. I'm actually using my Dell to get to it. Tilt it down a little bit here. It's an auto white balance. So I'll go to outdoor white balance. I'll give it just a little more iris so it's not so overly bright. And I will quit. And I will crank this game up, and whatever happens, happens. Now wait. Oregon. You can't spell. Oh wait. I gotta go C. That's the floppy drive. I'm using Microsoft Interlink server to do this because I don't have a hard drive on this XT. Program is loading. Give it a few seconds. This isn't the deluxe edition or the version that came out right after this. This is the original, or I'm pretty sure it's the original MS-DOS port. I'm gonna get. No, I don't have. I don't have my cup of water with me here. Hold on one second. So we are going to travel the trail. Would you like to continue a saved game? No. I always played it safe for this game, and I played the Carpenter. What is the first name of your wagon leader? I'll just be non-creative here. First person. Oh, let me type it in here. Now let's go. First, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Are these names correct? Yes. It is 1848, and you're jumping off place for Oregon is Independence, Missouri. You must decide which month to leave Independence. I was left in April. Before leaving Independence, you should buy equipment and supplies. You have $800 in cash, but you don't have to spend it all now. You can buy whatever you need at Matt's General Store. A team of oxen to pull your wagon, clothing for both winter and summer. Plenty of food, ammunition, and spare parts for the wagon. And my camera's going slightly out of focus here. Manual focus will fix that. So I have $800 to spend. I always got 4 because it made you go a little faster. 2. How many pounds of food do you want? I always did like 400, even though it says you should get more. 3. You'll need warm clothing. So I got clothes. 30 boxes of ammo, that's 500 bullets. Spare parts. Uno. I have bought everything that I need. I'm going to press the space bar to leave the store. You're ready to start your journey. It's going to load the screen here. The PC speakers is going to play Yankee Doodle. Hold it back around. And it's April 1st, 1848, so I'll press the space bar to continue. It's cool out, my health is good, steady pace, and I have filling rations. I am going to continue on the trail. From Independence, it is 102 miles to the Kansas River crossing. Third is lost. I lost 3 days. And here comes the Kansas River crossing. How do you get lost for 3 days? That's what I've always wondered. Kid must be an idiot to wander off. You are now at the Kansas River crossing. Would you like to look around? I would. I'm just going to play some music here. Love that 256 color there. I'm going to continue the trail. You must cross the river. It is 618 feet across and 3.5 feet deep in the middle. Now, as I remember correctly, usually you can't ford the river unless it's like under 3 feet, so I'm going to caulk the wagon and float it across. And as it makes its way out, it's usually about this point where it goes yep! And 5th drowned. So we're not even a month into the journey and already one person's been killed. From the Kansas River crossing, it's 82 miles to the Big Blue River crossing. I'm going to press enter to size up the situation, and I'm going to go hunting for some food here. And of course, there's. You ever notice how the animals always come on the other side of where you are, and there's always crap in the way? Come on, where's that buffalo? Oh, darn, the bush is in the way. Sure, he's not going to turn around. Got him! I got 932 pounds of meat. Of course, I can only carry back 100. We'll do this again. Come on, buffalo. Where's that wascally wabbit? I'll shoot a squirrel. How about another squirrel? Have some squirrel for dinner. There's a deer. Of course, he's on the other side. Can't shoot through the trees. The bullet just stops. Also, I think you lose a day too hunting. Oh, yeah, sure. The buffalo shows up just at the last frame. I got 4 pounds of meat. We'll do this one more time here. Deer, buffalo, missed them both. Deer, missed them both, went off screen. Missed the bison. Got the deer. Oh darn, missed the buffalo. And again, the buffalo shows up just as I'm done hunting. I got 74 pounds of meat. I'll hunt one more time here. Ah. See, the buffalo will show up in the right corner. Oh, there he is. Bingo. £955, but I can only carry back 100. So I'm going to continue on the trail. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Looks like the wagon went over a bump there. I'm going to look around at the big blue river crossing. See, now they're fording the river. I wonder if I can do that. I'm going to continue on the field. Oh, it's 2 feet. Yeah, I can get across that easy. I'm going to ford the river. That's like water up to the knees. You become stuck in the mud, lose a day. Didn't look like I got stuck. It's 118 miles to Fort Kearney. It's not Kearney, it's Kearney. I lived in Wyoming for 3 years, so I know how that's pronounced. One of the oxen is injured. Oh, good for the oxen. That's why I got 8 of them. Third has cholera. Well, I think it's a good time to hunt. I think the game, I've always noticed that the game counts hunting as kind of taking rest too. I'm going to be doing lots of hunting. Nope, not going to get the deer. I'm not going to get anything here, am I? Here, I'll get a squirrel. Oh. I'm shooting a damn squirrel. Ah. I got a pound of meat. Missed the squirrel. Have some Hassenpfeffer tonight. Bullseye! Got some bison jerky and some Hassenpfeffer. 992 pounds. See, I can't go between the tweeds here. I'm stuck. So there's going to be a big buffalo right there in the lower left corner of the screen. Darn it, I missed the rabbit. I was unable to shoot food. The game's a genius at telling me what's obvious. La-di-da, la-di-da, just kind of walk around. Go find a tree to go do my business up against. Can't get up to the tree though. Oh, buffalo, buffalo, oh, deer. Darn it, there, got a deer. Okay, I got my 100 pounds of meat. We're going to continue on the trail here. We'll take a look around at Fort Kearney. So I'm going to continue on the trail. It's 250 miles to Chimney Rock. Ooh, that's 20 pounds, the wild fruit there is. I had this game on the Macintosh too. It was kind of a more advanced version that they also had along with the one with the Apple II. You use the mouse to go hunting, except you couldn't walk around in that version, as I don't recall. You were just like stuck wherever you were, and you moved the mouse around, and you had the little crosshairs, and you'd shoot at things that would move, and it'd go psh, psh, because the Macs had sound as opposed to just the beeper. We'll take a look at Chimney Rock. Of course, we're using all public domain sounds here. Fourth has a broken arm. Well, it's a good time to go. It's a good time to go hunting. So it only lets you shoot one bullet at a time, though. That's the other thing too. There we go. Got the bison. That's my 100 pounds. Booyah! That's 200 more pounds of meat. I've busted my arm before, and it takes a long time for that to heal up. So we're now coming up Memorial Day, 1848, and we are at Fort Laramie, which is actually nowhere near Laramie, Wyoming. It's more to the northeast where Torrington is. I've been to that site before. So we are going to let's check supplies. We'll see what we got here. I still got my 8 oxen, still got my 10 sets of clothes. I got 550 for bullets. I got 370 bucks in the bank. Now this is the only part of the game when you looked at the map that different. It changes screen modes on the DOS version. I think it's like screen 8 or 9 or something like that if you're a QBasic person. But as you can see, we're about a third of the way across. So we will continue the trail. And it's 190 miles to Independence Rock. It's warm outside. Now Third broke his arm. Third, what'd you do? Of course there's very little water. We're in the high plains area. Actually, now we're kind of in the desert. I'm assuming we've crossed over the into the valley where the actual Laramie is. I can't remember what it's called now, geographically wise. It's amazing how memory fades. There's very little water. Yeah, there's very little water because it's a desert! Well, I think we'll do some hunting. We're down to under 400 pounds or so. Here's a deer. No! Here, I'll shoot the plant. I'll eat the plant for dinner tonight. Oh, got a rabbit. Oh, there's my buffalo. £1,000. Of course, I let most of it go to waste. So now, why couldn't they just give you the option of coming back the next day and skinning the carcass and taking the other 100 pounds that you can get off of it? Yeah, in the Mac version, I think it was 250 pounds. That was a headshot. And I'll take a scroll too. I got 64 pounds. Fine wild fruit. I am at Independence Rock, so I will take a look around. Just playing some music. So we will continue on the trail. From 102 miles, it's 102 miles to South Pass. Third has cholera. Well, we'll move. We'll do some hunting because, you know, hunting counts as rest. At least that's been my observation of the game. Well, we got our food. I tried doing this video before, and one thing I found with the game is that if you hit escape when it's at that insert this thing, it goes to DOS. So you gotta be really careful. But we will continue on the trail. Find wild fruit. Well, of course health is poor because it's no water. Health is getting better, but there's still very little water. I wonder what you did if you got like a headache or a migraine. 10 miles, 0 miles. So we're doing about 10 miles a day. You're now at South Pass. Would you like to look around? We'll look around. Yeah, it's thinking about it. It's gotta load up the bitmaps. So we will continue the trail. The trail divides here. You may head for Green River, head for Fort Bridger. See the map. Well, as I remember, Fort Bridger, we'll take a look at the map here. Yeah, Fort Bridger is a big drop down to the south. I don't need to go to Fort Bridger, so we're going to head for the Green River crossing. It is 57 miles to the Green River crossing. Now, Third broke his leg. God, Third is a klutz. Well, we'll take some rest. Rest by hunting. Now we got some bears. I missed the bear. Gosh darn it. Looking forward to some bear meat. Got the deer. Okay, I got my 100 pounds. Be real careful with that insert disc screen. Sure, you go off screen just as I shoot. I wonder if that's a squirrel or if that's like a raccoon or something. Looks more like a beaver. Gotcha. Ooh, a bear. Got a bear. Kill that bear. I got 240 pounds, but I can only carry 100. Ooh, and I found an abandoned wagon with 1 wagon ton. So we have now come up to the Green River. And we will look around because this is for YouTube. It looks like it's in a canyon of some kind. So we are going to continue the trail. You must cross the river. It is 400 feet across and 20 feet deep. You know, I've got the money, so I'll take a ferry. We've tried fording, we've tried... it says we'll have to wait 4 days. Yeah, we can wait. So it is now July 4th. And I clicked the disc, so I wonder if the ferry's going to turn over. I think that can happen in this game where the ferry crashes. The ferry got your party and wagon safely across. That's good to know. That's good to know. It's 143 miles to Soda Springs. So does that mean that it's Pepsi coming out of there? Mountain Dew? Coke Baby? Mellow Yellow? Yeah, 545 pounds of food. We are in good shape and it's hot weather out. And as you can see, Soda Springs is meandering its way towards us. How can it be bad weather? We're right next to Soda. Would you like to look around? Everyone's having fun. And look at the kid with the dowsing rod. Yeah, you found water. So we are going to... Let's look at the map. I think we're about 2/3 of the way now. We'll actually go like halfway. I'll do it one more time. Fort Hall's the next place. We're going to continue on the trail. It is 57 miles to Fort Hall. Lose trail, lose 3 days. There's very little water. And there's inadequate grass. Well, yeah, because we're in the mountains. And we'll take a look around at Fort Hall. What a fort that is. So we are going to, we'll check our supplies here and we'll see what we got here. I got lots of bullets. So we should be good here. It's 182 miles to the Snake River. Inadequate grass. And we'll hunt, because we're kind of getting low on food again. Press that space bar. So is that a deer or is that an antelope? I got my 100 pounds. Press any key to continue. From the animals you shot, you got 136 pounds. But you couldn't carry back 100. Someone should hex edit this program, the executable, and so you can get all the food that you shoot. I'm sure somebody out there could do that, or somebody has done it. They just haven't shared their thing on the internet yet. Looks like we got some cacti. Oh, deer. Bear. Got the bear. So we will continue the trail. Find wild fruit, yay! So I'm back up to about 600 pounds of food. I'm just striking out big time here. I mean, it's I got more clothes, more spare parts. This is going great. Uh-oh, I got lost. So when you lose the trail, does it mean you backtrack? A thief steals an ox. Then you see the thief. Damn you, thief. Impassable trail. So we are now at the Snake River crossing, and we will take a look-see. And there's Tonto pointing the way. I should Shazam the music that's coming out of here and see if it'll recognize it. Well, we're going to press spacebar to continue. We're going to continue the trail. You must cross the river. It is 1,002 feet across and 6 feet deep in the middle. 6.3 feet. So we are going to press the spacebar to continue. See, I could hire an Indian to help, but I don't think that's any different. So we'll clock the wagon and we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll be nice to me this time and it won't go. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Ooh, it looks like I'm gonna make it. Yeah, I made it. You had no trouble floating the wagon. From the Snake River crossing is 113 miles to Fort Boise. Second has cholera. Well, fifth is dead. Fourth has exhaustion. Well, I've never seen exhaustion before, so we'll stop. We'll rest for 2 days. And then we'll go hunting. Darn rabbits. Here's a deer. The other thing too with this game, once you shoot a deer or something, it blocks your way. You can't move past it, you just can't step over it. Your hunter's stupid, he doesn't know how to jump. So we'll go hunting again here. Got the bear. I got my food. Oh sure, it sticks me in the corner. I can kind of sneak it there. I got a deer. Once the game actually did something nice for me. When I can't shoot the bear, I'm just shooting the cacti. Oh, we'll get out of it while we're still ahead. I got 52 pounds of meat. Ba-dum-ba-dum. There's the deer. Oh. Okay, I got my fill for the day. We are going to continue the trail. There's very little water. There's inadequate grass. You ever notice when you find an abandoned wagon, if it has bullets, it's always like 63 bullets? I've noticed that with this game. Fourth has a broken leg. God, we're just getting hit up with all these broken legs here today. Now, third has a fever. It's September. Health is poor. Would you like to look around? We'll look around Fort Boise. So there's second and third, and one of the ox. I hope the artist who drew these got royalties or demanded royalties. Since our health is poor, we'll stop to rest. We'll rest 2 days. So our health is fair. And it's 160 miles to the Blue Mountains. I don't know if they're blue or they're just called that. I've never been to the Blue Mountains. I lost an ox for a day. So I'm going to have kids walking around naked. Go skinny dipping in the creek. Health is poor. Health is fair. Health is fair. Health fair. Uh-oh, I broke a wagon axle. You were able to repair the wagon axle. It's a good thing because I still got my wagon axle. No, he has typhoid. We'll go one more day. And we'll do some hunting. Ba-doo-ba-doo. Do-do-do-do. Darn it. Oh. Oh, I got a bear. Come on, bear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I made a pun. No, don't shoot the deer again. I'm gonna move up. Ah, missed the bear. I got 65 pounds of meat. I've never seen older versions of this game, so I wonder how the hunting went in those games. Press enter to size up the situation. And we're going to take a look around the Blue Mountains. Look at that blue. So we are going to well, we'll rest for 2 days since our health is poor. We haven't been to the health fair. Well, now we're at a health fair now. The trail divides here, so I think we're like 2/3 of the way down. Or actually like 3/4. More like 4/5. And of course we're going to head for the Dalles because that's the shorter route. It's 125 miles to the Dalles. And it is October 4th. I wonder if they had Halloween back then. Lose trail, lose day. You find an abandoned wagon, it's with empty. Thanks for telling me that. 390 pounds. 378. Find wild fruit. We are almost there. And there's rough trail. 4 days? That's not fair. Press enter to size up the situation. We'll look around the Dalles. I'm going to Shazam some of these songs later on. So we are going to continue on the trail. And we are going to float down the Columbia River because that's always the fun way to end this game. Use the arrow keys to guide your raft through the rushing waters of the Columbia River. After passing the third direction sign, land your raft at the trail to the Willamette Valley. This is always the fun part of the game here. Got to avoid those rocks. But if you hit the rock, the game's over. You don't get to complete to the end. It just stops you there. Because you did not successfully make it. So that's one thing that was overlooked by the programmers. Oh, there's my first direction sign. Whee! See, 25 years ago, we thought this was cool. I'm still waiting for that second direction sign. There it is. Got one more to go. See, now your wagon doesn't overturn in this when you're going down the river. Sure, it overturns in the river and you drown people. But it never overturns here. Even when you crash into the rock, it just goes... I'm not going to crash into the rock, though. What if you need to stop and hunt? If you run out of food while you're going down the river, do you starve to death then? Just put all these rocks here to give me that landing point. Oh, there's the landing point. Kerclunk. I have successfully completed the Oregon Trail. Should dance to the music. Congratulations, you've made it to Oregon. Let's see how many points you have received. 2,208. I have 4 people in good health, 1 wagon, 7 ox, 9 spare parts, 9 sets of clothing, 547 bullets, and 290 pounds of food, plus $350 in cash. So going as a carpenter, your points are double, so I get 4,416 points. And somebody actually, I actually got this floppy from some. It was a copy. It was a copy of a floppy, you know, to quote the anti-piracy PSA. And so I have made it onto the Hall of Fame. Well, I think I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th place. Actually, I'm 7th place. 7th, but not last. And of course, it doesn't let me do that. Oh, you can't put numbers down. SVN 7th. The heck with it. Would you like to make any changes? No. Okay, and so it just gets you back to the menu screen here. I'll turn my little light doohickey back on and spin the camera around. I don't know how long this game's been going on here, how long I've had this video going, but yeah, that's the Oregon Trail in a nutshell right there, and it's definitely not much different than the Apple II version. So I will kill this video off right here before I bore you any further. And thanks for watching.